I don't know what the NFL thought. I think they picked one of the great artists of our time, and they picked someone wildly popular. But Bad Bunny also happens to be an honorable and a clear and a moral center in speaking out against the Trump administration, both in its treatment of Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria and in its current brutal and harsh immigration policies.
Yeah, there's that old Mad Men line where they're in the elevator and the guy looks at Don and says, "I hate you," and Don looks at him and says, "I don't think about you at all." I think that was the NFL's policy towards Trump. I think that the Trump people, as you mentioned, the very fragile Trump boys who are upset and thought that whoever the biggest Trump star would be, it's hard to even come up with who that would be, but thought they would have a more favorable guest and a more dominant culture right now, and they thought that when they won the election, that meant that they won everything and they get to run roughshod over everybody. I do think that is part of their worldview, as warped as that is. And the NFL wasn't thinking about politics at all. I mean, I'm sure they had somebody vet what he had said about ICE. We can talk about that in a second. But I think what the NFL was doing was saying, hey, we're trying to expand globally. They had a game in Ireland this weekend. They had a game in Brazil recently. They're trying to have games all over the world. And so why not bring in one of the biggest superstars on the globe to come and do the halftime show and try to appeal to the broad global market, as opposed to merely just like the angry white guy living in the South market? Nothing wrong with that.